All right, we're back from lesson 3. So this is a continuation from lesson 2 where we were able to create the Gator EA, but it was doing some funny sell order stuff going on as at the end of the video. So previously, this was what I had. So I was saying that, okay, or if one of these occurred, then we would go and do that. But that was not quite the correct move because what happens is say, okay, if any of these tag the alligator line, then we go down and we make sure that any of these also trigger the touch. So we want the candle low to dip below the gator line on the buy side and then come back up and close above the line for a trade. So that would end up being if any of these happen, then the trade would fire off. So to be safe, we go ahead and delete it and then we just connect it. So this make sure it goes tags below the blue, the low tags below the blue line, and then it closes above the blue line. So this is what we did. And then once we exported it, and then and also there were these other inputs. I had this teeth period clicked in here. So that was so I went and unchecked it. So now if we go back to MT4, we go to settings, we go to expert properties, which is here. You can tell that okay, there's one more. There's one more straight item going on there. So that's I'll leave that. And then let's go to Euro USD. And we click start. We go ahead, we can zoom in, see how it goes. See if we have a, there we go. We have a trade triggered, takes profit, carries on, yep, a pullback to the gator line, and then we go ahead and click skip. So as you can see here, the trade happened is probably with my settings right now, the low dip below, it may have dipped below the blue line. So here, this is what happened. So this dipped below the blue line and it closed above the blue line. So on the next candle, this triggers the entry. Bing, that's your take profit right there. So the buy TP and the SL over there, that is working just fine. Now we go back to Dreema. So what we do in terms of best practices with working with code or items is that you want to make iterations, sort of like you want to test one line of code here and then make sure you download it, export it. So it can be a pretty much a laborious process until you get to a certain point where your proficiency gets quite good. So now since we've done the initial legwork on the left side, on the buy side, let's go ahead and do the sell side. So wait, so before that, I want to fix that input. So the input was, okay, block number 23. So we go back to block number 23, double click, and we uncheck this. Bingo. So when we copy over, we won't get any unintended consequences to say the least. So go ahead and click paste, and there we go. So now we go ahead and we can just do the edit titles. So we go to the cell, and for ease of it, we'll just go and do that. Add title. So and then we'll do that. Otherwise, it'll get too confusing. So go done. Add a title. As you get better, you're able to do this. So we have all these tags. So now we just go here, connect this block, and now we flip the logic. Flip. So before we were saying that the green line should be above the red line. Now we flip it. Save. Rinse and repeat. Everything should be opposite for a sell trade. Done. Well, not quite. I nearly I nearly stuffed up there. So we want candle high in this case. And we want the candle high. Yeah, I would have been funny there if I went and didn't stop and think about that one. So now that you want the high, yep, we want the candle high above the jawline. We want, yep, the high above, and we want the close to be below. So we're just making sure that we got the logic done. And again, and we had this modify variables from last time, take profit and SL to be checked. Cool. And sell now. So we can do that. Risk, take profit. Okay, cool. And so we do MQL4, we do a save as, and let's just do one V1 for version control. Because as you usually make changes and tweaks, it's usually to have a few different versions and have yourself a change log so you know what's going on. So we have experts, bring it over here. We got GatorBack V1, that's the new iteration. F7, no errors, everything is fine and dandy. GatorBack V1, expert properties, clean, just how I like it. Over here, do we go Euro USD, and we click on the old run button. A lot of sell side trades as the seemingly the gator touches below. I'm sure we will add some additional rules here to make sure that it actually becomes a winning system. Right now on an eyeball test on a rolling forward basis, it looks like this system could be losing more trades than winning trades. So we'll just have to see. Let's just skip forward. Test sum work. So yes, it retraced back up, sell back down, retraced back up here, and sold back down here. So there might be a bit of a trade count thing that we might want going on, but I think the trade may have closed and they're checked again and they're just initiated on the next one. Logic appears to be fine. We closed above the red line. We tagged above the red line and we closed below, so we enter our next candle. And we go to the report. Oh, okay, never mind. We just made $523 over, how many trades was that? We had 70 trades from 2017 to now, buy side and both sell side. So this is a first iteration on what it would look like, but we have a whole lot of trades. So we go to results, we go to buy, sells, and there you go. And that is the quick follow-up on the last lesson on building the EA, and now that we've gone and made both the sell side and the buy side work. Thanks for watching.